I am Denise Palmer, and I am an illustrator, artist, and surface pattern designer working out of my studio close to the Gulf of Mexico, where water adventures and botanical plants surround my everyday life. Welcome to these video chats, where I talk about some of the techniques I've used to create my artwork and chat about all things illustration, art, and design. In this episode, I'm going to talk about creating this Tasmanian Devil in Procreate. The scene for this was a wooded brush area, and he was peeking through some of the leaves. So I wanted to have his little paw pushing down on a branch through the dense plants. I have always found drawing animals intimidating, but the more you do it, the easier it seems to get, and you start to see the building blocks that make up the bodies of the animals you want to draw. Starting out with a sketch is important though, as it helps with figuring out the placement of important body parts and details. For this guy, I wanted him to look really fuzzy, so I used a brush that would help me achieve that effect. And I used the Inka brush, which is a standard Procreate brush, and I believe you can find that in the inking brush library. I added in lines around the outside edges of his face with the brush to start getting the fuzzy look into place. Then I filled in the other facial details like his eyes, nose, and muzzle. The Tasmanian Devil has dark fur, and a tip for working with dark animals is to work from dark to light. If you start out with the main body color and work your way up from that with highlights, it makes it easier because you're not trying to darken everything later. My process is always main color, shadows, and then highlights, but since this body is already dark, I was not adding many shadows with his body. Procreate makes it easy to work in layers as you draw, so if your illustration is not really detailed, work in layers to make it easier to edit your artwork if needed. Next, I'm going to show you the finished design with this Tasmanian Devil. All of these elements were created in Procreate and then assembled in Adobe Photoshop to create this finished design. I will be sharing more process videos just like this one, so be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.